Kiki. Oh, darn it. Okay, let me just put this like this. Hi guys. Hold on just a second. I want you guys to hear this song, but I posted it on YouTube, so never mind. Just have to put my YT account on here. Okay, great. I don't know why that keeps popping off. Hi guys, how are you? I'm in a hotel. It's very quiet and the lighting is crazy. So I did the best I could with what I have. Hi Sarah. Oh, my light thing just went out. Why did you go out? You know, hotels, they're fun. They're fun, you guys, they're fun. My travel companion is sleeping. South Carolina, hi. And so I am, you know, they know I'm going live, but it's like all quiet. Like, just got out of the shower. I've been driving for the past few days and I'm like trying to catch up on everything. And I'm like blown away. You know, I get bits and pieces, and there's a good thing about that, of getting bits and pieces, because I don't get inundated with all of it at once, you know, or I don't get it all the time. I'm just getting it here and there. But I didn't share this out, but the downside is I have no idea what's going on in the world right now. Okay, let me just quickly share this out to everybody. Let me just sorry, I kind of need to do this because not everybody knew I was going live tonight. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do it. Okay. I found out some people can't go live. Can't access their accounts today. And I think that has to do with whatever that weird update was. Hi, Darla. Yes, you're meant to be here. Hi, Noah. Thank you. God, am I calling you? What is wrong with me? What is wrong? My brain isn't well right now. No one's is, I don't think. It's kind of hard to... Noah is right. Owen is the wrong one. Okay. Boy, what is going on with me? Hello. Yeah, our brains are tired, right? Our brains are tired. My hair's wet, so we'll let it dry. And I am wearing a shirt, but it has like these weird sleeves. So it's not like because you know where the hair goes right here? It looks like I'm not wearing anything. I assure you, there will be clothes being worn. Yes, I really didn't see anything. I saw smoke from far away, but luckily I didn't see anything like the week before when I was out I'm still in California right now. I'm actually near the big fire right now, the really big one in Grapevine. I'm the closest to that. That was not successful. Oh no, what is that? Hi Lupe, thank you. Hi Chaotic Focus. That sounds like a good name. That sounds like me. You were there last weekend. I used to live in Valencia. Yeah, I'm near Valencia right now. You're in Northern California right now. I was just in Northern California. So I just drove down here. Hi, sweet Melly. Hi. I just got out of the shower. I'm just going to be live for a little bit because I want to check in with you guys. And usually with all the stress of the drive and everything, by the time I get to the hotel, I just zonk out. But tonight I took a nice hot shower. I had a Chipotle bowl earlier, and I'm ready to talk about what's going on. Okay, good. Hi, how are you guys? How is everybody doing? I just quickly tried to catch up on a few videos that people sent me, and it's really hard because it's like overwhelm central. You know what I mean? There's so many things going on. Oh, thank you, Lupe. There's so many things going on in the world, like so many. And I know you guys know all that, but I'm just sort of saying that. I don't have any, I'm dealing with a personal situation so I'm needing to drive, lots of driving. So I haven't really, I'm able to like try to get online, watch a few videos here and there, get mad, throw my phone like, I hate him. He's such an idiot. And then go to sleep and then drive again. So you're still calm. I'm still calm too, but I'm mad. I'm calm and I'm mad and I'm really upset about the people who are upset and what's happening to them. And I just don't, I have the spiritual part of me. I need to make a couple of videos as soon as I get back kind of home, back to my home base tomorrow night. Might not be tomorrow night, but Monday, definitely look for videos. Lots. I'm going to be back jumping in with both feet. It's like whiplash when things are happening. Yes, Lupe. Hi, I see you, Noah. How are you? So good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for the rose. Thank you. Stressing at the unknowns. Thanks for the follow, Janny. You're still getting, yep. That's what I'm getting, Sober Mom. I don't do pendulum, but I finally had a vision. I've been writing down all the ideas for videos I have so that when I can record videos, which will be, like I said, Monday, one of them is I want to draw out a visual of how my intuition works, because I realize I've never really talked about that or explained why I have never seen him in. And remember the morning of on Monday. Can you imagine that was just Monday? That's crazy. The morning of, oh wait, I gotta grab this person right here. Ethical Psychic is joining me. Yay. So I'll have a bunch of videos early, Monday, probably Monday, Tuesday. So check back. Hi.
Hey, Lisa.
I haven't seen you in so long. Well, I've seen you. You haven't seen
Oh,
me.
I know.
I have weird lighting in here because I'm trying
Oh,
to,
me
I'm sort of,
too.
I took a shower and, it's weird. But how
You
are
look
you?
good.
Thank you.
I'm tired. I was on this 3 hour live on YouTube. I didn't know what I was signing. It was like, no, it was more than 3 hours. I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Wow. What? What was it for?
Yeah. It's this tarot reader, and she does this event called Shine the Light, and they do this like affirmation meditation every hour. And
Oh,
they want people to put a candle or a light in your window, which I thought was a great idea. But I
yeah.
also thought I also joined it because Linda G, the Comanche psychic, was supposed to be there, and we have a mutual admiration club, you know,
Yes,
and
yes.
so I've been wanting to meet her, and she's been wanting to meet me, but it didn't work out. She wasn't able to come, but
Ah, bummer.
it was a nice group of women who were talking to astrologers, mediums, Akashic records, all kinds of folks. It was
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, good.
Well, it's good to see
Wonderful.
you. I'm trying to line my
Yeah.
head up with yours.
I was just, yeah, I'm like, how far back can I go? I was just saying that driving this whole time, I haven't been able to, keep up on things as much. But, I'll open up my app and I'll see stuff and I'll throw my phone across the room, because I see something
Yeah,
completely
it's been
just
awful.
disgusting. Yeah. It's like if any part of me feels for him, I think about the stuff he's done. He's a willful participant, an aggressive, willful participant in every single thing that's going on.
Mhm.
So I can have compassion for him, but thank you. Um, anyway, so it's been hard keeping up on everything going on just because there's so much going on too. I feel like I can't. So I'll catch up probably. I know I don't have empathy really. It's hard to explain. Thank you. Thank you for the heart me. Who was that? Motive Ange. Hi, Ange. Um,
Yeah, how to see the comments.
Hi, Lindsay. So, but the biggest thing for me right now that's really, and it's always been, is how, we can disagree on topics. We can disagree on even the psychics and all the intuitives can disagree on all these other things. But at the heart of all this, it's about do you care about other people? do you, and I think we do, but I think like there's just such a cruel energy, like that's what's overwhelming me. Not being part of all the information, but I'm dealing with something personal that is involving, someone's health and someone's scared. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just, when I pop on, what I see is a bunch of people who've just chosen to show so much anger and hatred towards a whole other groups, plural, of people. And that's just what makes me sad, and I don't know how you combat that, How do you, just with love, I
Well,
guess.
I've spent the last couple of days kind of mostly off TikTok, and um, although I did a live that I posted on my YouTube. Um, and I've been doing stuff, in real life. So I met with some dreaming women offline,
Oh,
and then
good.
I had a community gathering, and then I went to another community gathering, and so I've been talking to other women about, how to organize in real life, and also talking to dreaming women about how to, what we can do. And I have friends who are directly impacted, and so the thing is, right now what he's doing is primarily only impacting Black and brown people. And so I do feel like I'm seeing a lot of people online who they're a little bit too removed from it. It's so they're still able to be like, oh, just don't engage. And it's like, well, some people don't have that privilege. A
Yeah.
good friend of mine who's a fellow psychic, she just lost a huge contract with the government because they got rid of DEI, and she's a DEI coach, a
Oh
business coach.
gosh.
And then I have, I know other people who, are getting fired because they work for the government, and they're getting rid of all the Black and brown people. So, and then of course I have I have another friend who's an immigrant. She's a dreamer, and she has to worry about herself, her friends, something happening to them, even though they're documented, because they're going after people regardless of their documentation. They even detained a Navajo, like
Oh, I
Native
saw that.
Americans are being targeted,
Yeah.
and Native Americans, this is our land.
Yeah.
Um, so it's really hard because on the one hand, as dreaming women, we have to hold the light. We have to lead. We have to find a way to help people navigate this. We can't get mired in the suffering, but then we also have to have compassion for the suffering, and we also have to figure out what are we going to do to help, because we all have to find a way to help. Like, just being detached is not an option. That's a lack of compassion.
Yeah.
And so, some of my friends were over the other day, and we were talking, and they're all different backgrounds. And, one of my friends who's white said, I feel as a white person that because I have so much privilege, that I should be more of a light to help people because I'm not going through that. Like, I don't have to worry about my job. I don't have to worry about being detained. And I was really impressed with that when she said that. We just all have to figure out how we can help, or what we can do to help in this situation. But I wanted to point something out too. I've noticed on a certain stage with a stopwatch that they have been just pumping out like real negativity. And I know that a few days ago, this was a place we came to for hope,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of hope on this stage, and now there's not, and I feel like it's intentional.
I agree.
um I tried to repost or duet this really hopeful video over and over, and it just wasn't allowed. um and so it's like, what do they have against hope? So keep that in mind if you find yourself getting really down, because I was feeling that way. Like, every time I would go online, I was feeling really sad about all the terrible things that are being done to people. And then I was like, okay, I have to get it together because I got to hold the light. I've got to, I came here to do this work. And I just started to notice that it seems to be intentional. So
Yeah.
maybe people be mindful of that when you're scrolling, that this is maybe an intentional part of the reboot,
Mm-hmm.
is to try to get us away from the idea that we have agency and that we can do something and that we can be hopeful in the midst of this.
Thank you for saying all that. Um, one thing, I don't know if this is real or not, but I've been feeling like, what if, what if things are like, that one movie where the main character was taken hostage? Um, where it wasn't necessarily the person wasn't sold. They were taken hostage during a certain period of time. Because it doesn't seem like with the update that we were getting the full information type of thing. I'll have to say this on another channel, how I can really say I'm out of practice, obviously. But
Yeah.
but I do want to say, you know, the artist Jewel,
Mm-hmm.
I was very disappointed to see that she performed at, you know,
Oh,
Kennedy's
really?
RFK. And so now she's saying sorry. And she goes, I'm just an advocate for mental health. And she went on this whole monologue. I couldn't even watch it. I just turned it off and I commented and I said, how that's a very white, sorry, woman. I don't know how else to say that. YT woman view of mental health, because every other person is also an advocate of mental health is being terrorized right now. And I am very disappointed in her. I'm not a huge fan, but just her platform, you know, she has a lot of LGBTQ. So she's trying to apologize to them and be like, you guys, you know how I am about mental health. And I'm like, how can you just have that perspective for yourself? That's very painful to see that. Yes, Noah, I see you. How are you? Do you like Jewel? Is that what you're responding to? Yeah, so that's been disappointing. But I also saw other people in other countries are doing things for us, and I thought that was beautiful. I saw that. So this is very
Oh, I
brief.
didn't see that. What is, tell me about that.
Well, just all I've seen is people saying that people have done that, and I've only seen that tonight. Two videos
Oh,
where they're
nice.
in America saying thank you to the rest of the world. I had no idea because we're not able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, other realms are protesting on our behalf. Yep,
Oh,
it's been.
wow. Oh, that's great to know.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I'm going to go look for that.
I just
We
got
need
chills.
that. We need that little burst of inspiration and hope and knowing that there's that unity.
Yeah. I think they know that this is a worldwide thing for the most part because they see like
Yeah.
other realms and they're like, if we don't fight this, you know, we're all affected by it. Thank you for the heart me.
100,000 in Berlin. Wow.
Wow,
That's
really?
amazing.
Wow.
Oh, there were many today, someone said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such good news. That's what
Yes.
needs to happen. We need to all come together.
How can we
Yeah.
share that on here, do you think? Oh, and UK, Germany, UK, Switzerland, where I was born, and Panama. Beautiful. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Starboy was in Germany. So maybe they were, you know, there doing that. I've been having some really powerful dreams. Finally, I don't know what happened, but they've been garbled for a while, and I feel like I'm just meant to receive the download but not remember it. And
Mm.
I was born in Geneva, but I grew up in Arizona. Um, let's see, Mexico, South Korea, Switzerland, Britain. That's beautiful. Well, we can always
Wow.
look on the other platforms, you know, and just
Yeah.
look for it. That makes me excited.
Yeah, I'm going to look
Um,
for it.
yeah,
We need that. We need that information. We need to know that we're not alone and that people aren't just mad at us because they have a right to be mad at us, but
yeah,
it's nice to know that people are, there for us too. That maybe they sympathize because it's happening in their countries too.
right.
We're not the only ones that got duped.
Mm-hmm. Oh, BBC News. Yeah, that would be a good place to check.
Oh, okay, good. I have that. I'll go check that. I haven't looked lately. I was just like, I got to try to keep
Yeah,
myself focused on what I can do and how I can help. That's the challenge, is not to get just so depressed.
yeah,
It's like if you're in a place of depression and like apathy and helplessness, then it's really hard to act. And so when you start feeling that way, you just got to do whatever you can to get yourself out of that. You
I want to
know,
ask everyone in the chat, what is your how can we help you? What
Al
is your
Jazeera.
biggest Oh, Al Jazeera. What's your
Okay, yeah.
biggest thing that you're struggling with right now? Like if you could whittle it down into one thing. I mean, I know there's like 97 for all of us, but what is something That,
I'm really worried about my parents. They're talking about getting rid of Social Security. My dad
oh
worked hard his
no.
whole life, and you
My mom
know,
too.
and he earned that Social Security, and now
Yeah.
he's in his 80s, and he deserves to be in peace in his old age and not have to worry about how's he going to pay the
Yeah.
bills. He worked hard his whole life.
Right. My mom too.
I mean, he
Ange is
still works. He's
exhausted.
in his 80s, and he still works a little bit. You
Wow.
know, it's just not
Ange
right.
is exhausted. She hiker, I see this as a rebirth, sad but happy in the outcome down the road. CW is the unknown. Holly Dawn is fear. Penny Johnson is my biggest fear is that T will stay an officer. No, that won't last. That won't last. Okay, wait. I want to read you guys. I want you guys the room to hear what we're all thinking and feeling. And I'll use some code. And also I ask please continue to use code words as you guys all know. Can't stand the suffering from the immigrants. Yeah, depression.
It's just awful.
Yeah, remember it's important to keep yourself grounded. Don't that's what they want. They want us to be overwhelmed with news that feels chaos, chaotic and scary. Just you have to kind of be informed to a degree, but don't overwhelm yourself too. Just seeing and hearing
Yeah.
you helps me. Oh,
I feel like less time watching the news or scrolling and more time making decisions about what you can do. Like I spent the last couple of days in community and I just felt so much better after spending time with people. We were all just talking about how we were feeling and talking about, gardening and self-defense classes and bartering and how we can help each other and how we could prepare. Like that just made me feel a lot better because it was like, oh, we're doing something. We have power. We're not just victims. And so I recommend doing that. And I'm saying this as someone who, I've only been in this place where I live like a year, so I didn't really know anybody here, and I had to go and make community. So it's not like I had a big community here. I moved here and I just started going to stuff. I took a class, I went to yoga a lot, and I joined some organizations. And slowly I made friends, and I just started, like because my guides keep saying community, community, community. I just made it a priority to like I have community on here, but I knew that I was going to need online. I mean, in person in real life community too. So I just made a point. Like I started inviting people over to my
smart.
house. Like I don't even know them that
Yeah.
well. I'm just like, come on, let's start gathering people. We got to gather. you
Yeah.
know?
I also feel like because I'm traveling, when I was at home and I was watching all this, it starts to feel scary. Like it is scary. I'm not trying to take that
It's
away. It
very
is
scary.
very scary, very real. But I'm just saying I felt more like all consuming. But now that I'm traveling and I'm in the hospital and I'm in all these places, life goes on. There's people doing stuff, people, brown people, all kinds of white people. We're all dealing, nothing seems different in that way. Like when you're in the store, when you're driving around, I don't see or feel any difference. It's almost like that's a separate theater, even though I know that it's not. And I can also feel people want to not talk about it right now, obviously, because I'm dealing with the hospital situation and someone getting treatment for something. So it's a million miles away from this kind of stuff intentionally. But so now when I come back tomorrow night and I'm going through my videos and I'm catching up on everything, I'll have a whole different viewpoint. But I want to say the other night when I was live with James Blackman, we had a great time. I had a wonderful time talking with him. One of the things that we kind of came to realize, or I came to realize, is that everybody hears a different baby crying in the woods. So don't think that other people have to act the way you think they should act, or that people should be. If you have a strong feeling about something, then that's your calling. That's your thing that the universe and God is speaking to you. So some people feel to be more compassionate and loving towards people. Some people feel like they're the information gatherers, like raw cognizant and Empress, like they're great for distilling information for a lot of us, right? Like we love to go to them for that. And I think, should I do more of that? I'm not good at that. I'm like Dora from Finding Nemo. Like I will give you the information, but it won't necessarily like make any sense or be accurate. So I'm not the one for that. But I have something that I bring to the table to the whole thing too. So we all just have to figure out what is our, not only what our gifts are, but what's our calling? What are we sensing? What are we hearing? What baby crying in the woods are we hearing? And really just stick to that and give the piece that you know, because everybody together, we're all going to help each other. What are you
Yeah,
both?
and that's really key because I haven't. I need to. I'm going to post some new stories because I got these. I got information from my guides, and it's supposed to go on the stories, the next stories. But what I'll give a little synopsis is, they said that it's really about the people right now. It's about the people. We were relying on the leadership to do the right thing, and for various reasons, they were unable to. And now that's why we're now on this timeline where it's going to take us a couple months, but we're going to do it together. Like it's going to be all of us um, persisting, and so we're now in this persistence movement, and we each have to find our role, and don't worry about, don't start thinking, oh, I have to do all these things I don't know how to do. No, you only have to do what you're good at. We all have a gift, and we all just need to step into that right now. And together, we're going to be able to turn this around. You know.
Yeah.
So I do see it turned around. They told me 60 to 90 days, which I thought was way too long, but I just have had to accept it because, I'm not in charge of the timeline. But they told me that, but they said, we're all kind of waking up and getting activated right now. And so what we're going to create is going to be much better than what we had. But we do have to go through this difficult period. And they also told me that, the Lotus Queen is going to be a different person by the time that happens because of us.
Hmm.
She's also going to become more aligned with us, and
I
that's also.
really, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said that's also a good thing.
Yeah. I really, having gone through like a really, really dark, long period of time, I can with confidence tell you that there is a plan. I'm not talking about politics right now. I'm talking about spirituality. And there's a plan that's bigger. That doesn't mean you don't do something. And I'm not saying, that's the other thing people say, oh, you talk about spirituality. And I know, I never said that. I never said we don't do something. Of course we do something. But there's also, I always say, all action is not progress. So it's about intentional action. But, anyways, I do believe that everything is happening for a reason. It's happening as it should. And the trust that I say trust in God, trust in the universe, trust in your ancestors, trust in that guidance. I don't say trust in the politicians. I'm saying trust in the bigger the bigger energy governing all things. There's a reason, Jennifer Lisa was just saying, like the waking up of people and things are aligning that you can't even imagine. That you'll see it later. I was clung to the way I wanted things to be when I was going through my dark time, and it was like I was so sure that God had abandoned me, and I was pissed, and I was like, because I had gotten really big headed about myself spiritually, and I thought I knew what should happen, and I was like, this isn't very good. Like, I don't know who's organizing this in the realms, but this is not good, And then it sounds stupid in retrospect. You go, why would I think I know what's good? I don't even know that. I didn't even know this many people were like this the other way, not our way, but the other way. I really underestimated that because I see love. I see the good in people. It's hard for me to see.
There aren't that many of them.
There aren't that many. There's definitely not. But I'm just saying, even in my number, which I always say is very small percentage, because it's like If you think of all of the Americans, then you think about the Americans that voted, half or whatever, isn't it like way less? What's
Yeah.
the percentage of Americans to Americans who vote?
So like half of us voted, and less than half of those voted for that one.
Well, according to what the results showed on the 5th.
Yeah, so the results, which we know are off by millions,
Yeah,
were like half.
right.
So it's significantly less than half. I think I was trying to get the piano player to give me a number the other day, but I feel like I heard a number from someone else of like 15 million, and of that being at least in the data there was at least 15 million that were sus.
Yeah.
Um, so we're talking about less than something like 25% of our population.
Yeah,
That's like
Lindsay
a
Lou said 20. Yep.
20. Yeah, that's probably, generous. 25.
Yeah.
It's more like 20. It's
So
probably
think
right.
about that. Like,
And subtract from those 20% the FAFO, right? So there are people who've gone through the FAFO who now no longer support, right? And
yeah,
that's happening every day. Every day with these new bad news things that are being announced, more and more people are being negatively impacted. And there's
right.
people saying, "Oh, I didn't know it was going to get me," right? Like that funny singer on here who says, I didn't know the leopard was going to eat my face."
Yeah,
Like
I
everyone
like
thought
that.
that leopard was going to eat the other people's face, but oh no, it's your face too.
Yep.
So yeah, like the vets are really upset. The old people are going to be upset. There's a lot of groups of people who, um, as a result of FAFO, are no longer going to be supporting that
Yeah,
side. So
right.
this is good. So that number is shrinking every day.
Yes. So there's just the point that I was trying to make, I guess, is just that it's so, think about all the people in the country and the world, all the things going on. There's so much that has to happen. And I can confidently tell you, coming out of, like 10 years of a very, very hard time, darkness, loss, lots of loss of people in my life, loss of home, loss of business, betrayal from people. Like, I was really confused, and I was pretty spiritual before, and I was like, why? But I see now, thank God those things happened. I'm telling you, I'm in a much better position today than I've ever been in my life. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm the most trusting of my guidance I've ever been. I'm the most connected but not overwhelmed. I've been realigned. It sort of did like a spiritual what is that thing where the chiropractors do the adjustment? It was a spiritual adjustment for me. And I was pretty spiritual. But I think also sometimes we're waiting for other things in the world to happen and transform. And it's a matter of patience. It's a matter, like I would say 80 to 90% of what I went through the past 10 years was me trusting and just having patience. And that was very difficult. And also fighting for myself, I'll say, in terms of the action, it was me leaning into that Aries North Node, my Aries moon, and just standing up for myself, which was very uncomfortable for me. It felt like I was being a different person. But now it's part of my personality, and I love it. I love that I can fight for myself now. I couldn't do that before. I just couldn't. So, whatever. I mean, we're finding our voices. That's going to be important. Oh, wait, what did she say? I didn't see some of these comments. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
Yeah,
catch up there.
yeah. All the planets are aligned, so this is a powerful
Yes,
time.
powerful
I
time.
heard.
That's right.
So I heard. I wasn't really on here, but I saw something about a NATO representative speaking that made me feel good because I've been
Oh,
waiting for that.
does
Did
anyone
someone
know
put
about
that
that?
in
When
the
is that supposed
comments?
to
Where
happen?
there was a NATO person that made an announcement. Um,
Do your
um,
guides tell you that the star people are going to have anything to do with how this is going to roll out? Like, are they involved, or is it just a parallel scenario?
no, they're involved because what I was told from the beginning, way back in November, was that the reason they're all here is precisely because of this joust, because it's related to possible Newtonian war,
Yeah,
and they're not going to allow that. And it also is related to another violation of our cosmic law having to do with Starboy getting assistance from from nefarious star beings, which is not allowed And so they're actually here to try to protect us. But everyone's like, when are they going to step up? And what the last thing they told me was that they need to have consent from us. Not for the Newtonian war, they don't need consent. That because that concerns all of those other beings who would be negatively impacted, and they were invited by them. So the water beings and the underground, they invited them to help. So, but in terms of what we're doing, you know, um, so that's when I was like telling people, everybody just try to call out to them and ask them to help. Um, because they said apparently the governments were not asking for their help. So I don't really know. I feel like I need to get more information on that because I find it hard to believe that they're not already working with some of these governments, you know? So that's, I don't have any new information on that. I guess that's
Okay.
the short answer.
She
Just what I've
hiker.
already said in previous videos.
She hiker. Let's meet at the energy portal in Sedona for visioning. I love that. That's great.
Yes. Yeah, people
Oh,
should start meeting up.
yeah.
Meeting up wherever you are, start meeting up. And, that's one of the things I've been doing, talking about in some of the lives was the use of symbols, which if you go back and look at my old videos, I talk about using different symbols so you can identify each other. And, the color purple, spoons, scissors, or whatever you can get to become widespread so that you can find each other out in the wilds of this country.
You know what I did see right before I came on here was a video in Colorado of people putting the Mexican flag up on the pole in front of the ice building.
Mm,
And everyone was cheering. And that made me, no, I saw that on Instagram actually. That was cool.
nice.
So there's like
Yeah.
weird things happening in pockets. Will the 4 a.m. club make a group like Discord or something? I think there are. I'm so
It's
horrible at this.
happening in different ways on different levels. Some of us got together, 12 of us got together the other day, and someone did reach out to me who was forming a list. Um, my guides had recommended that we get together in groups of 4. And so I recommend that you try to find 3 mutuals, 3 other dreaming women, either on the app or in your community, that you can form a group with. And then I think one day, probably all the little circles are going to get together in a really big circle. There's some people working on it. But let's start with the small groups. Because also the thing about big lists is, that could be a problem too.
And then who's managing it? And then who's.
Yeah, if you don't know them and they're just from social media, you don't know this person. What are they doing with that list? We're in an age where you got to be careful.
When I look
So,
at my high school yearbook, you would think I never even went to that high school because all the people who were on the yearbook committee had all their friends in the yearbook. So it was like, did I go to that
yeah,
school? You would never know. I
right?
did not like high school, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I know. I noticed that in my yearbook too. Like I was in every club. I played every sport. I was, president, newspaper, everything. And yet when I look at the yearbook, I'm like, how come they didn't document all of this? They
Yeah.
didn't. Like half of it was documented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was in charge? Who was in
And
charge? Whoever
that's
was in
what they always say, like about history, right? Just people rewrite it and just
Mhm.
who are the recorders of history? And so I
Yeah.
wonder sometimes. Yeah, everybody
Um,
remember to use code words. I've lost track of, I haven't been live or recording videos in a few days because I'm traveling. So I'm just like, I feel like Mrs. Doubtfire, at the end when he sits down at the table, but he's wearing the Mrs. Doubtfire outfit, but he's supposed to be himself. I feel like that everywhere I go. I'm talking about blueberries with my mom, and then I come on here and I'm saying the word, and I'm like, I don't know. I
I
don't
know. I was
know.
on that live today on YouTube, and I was just automatically using code. And then I said, "Well, do you want me to use the real words? Like, what's the deal over here? I don't know."
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm talking to my friends. I'm like, "Yeah, the Lotus Queen." They're like, "What?"
Yeah. Especially when I'm passionate. I'm like, the blueberries need to step up, and then everyone's like, oh, you mean, okay. And I'm like, oh, never mind.
So
Um,
I've been getting, encouraging encouragement from my guides about the final outcome still. So it's just that it looks different than we thought it was going to look, because we thought it was going to go one way, and it looked like it was going to go that way, and something happened. And I actually made a video about it and tried to post it, and it just wouldn't post over on the tube. And so I said, well, I guess it's not supposed to go up. I tried to speak really plainly about what they told me. So I might try to do it again later. But otherwise, I'm probably just going to tell stories about it.
Yeah.
But they didn't give me a lot of information about the details. And, it's like this with guides, right? Like, they'll give me all this information, and then I'll say, oh, no, but I need this information because that's what the people want. And it's like, that's not what you get. You get what we want you to share. And so I got all this information. It did not include that day what happened. Like, I want to know what happened that day, like the 20th, like what happened that, because we could tell something, right? Something was supposed to happen and then it changed. And what happened that day. So I got more broad outlines of, in general, what happened. And then I got the message that, that means that now we all need to participate more, and
Yeah.
now it's going to take longer. But they also, just to give people some reassurance, one thing they said to me was, you got to keep in mind that Americans, we're just not the kind of people that just go along with stuff. We're just really, really difficult people. We're very independent. We just want to do our own thing. We don't like to follow rules.
Right.
We just barely follow the rules, right? So there's just no way that we're ever going to be controllable under an authoritarian
Right.
type structure. It's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. And so the people that are trying to do this, their knowledge is of other realms, right? So like Rasputin, their situation is really different. The way that he was able to control the people over there,
Yeah.
very different circumstances from ours. And then Starboy, he's coming out of, I don't want to fucking say the word, but he's coming out of a system that was, post-slavery,
In South
seriously,
Africa. Yeah.
serious
Mandela.
apartheid, right? And
Mhm.
so that's his idea of how you can control people. So they're coming out of those backgrounds where they think they can apply that here, but they can't, because we have a different history and we have a different makeup, right? The
Mhm.
circumstances that they were in made it easier for them to do that in those places. It's not going to happen here. And so keep that in mind. Just keep in mind who we are.
I love
And
that perspective. Thank you for saying that. I love that.
yeah,
That's so true.
I mean, look at us when we go abroad, we just make a fool of ourselves. Everyone talks bad about us. We don't know how to follow the rules. We don't know how to, be polite. We don't know how to, you
Yeah.
know,
We're rude.
adapt.
We like
I
to
mean, it's
break rules just
embarrassing, but right
because.
now I'm thinking it's a plus.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm like, this is good. I like it.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
traveled a lot and lived abroad, and it's always embarrassing. I'm always like, I don't know those Americans over there being
Yeah.
rude, but it's a plus for us right now, because
Yeah.
we don't even, yeah, we don't
It
we
was
don't
cute
do
to see
that.
a lot of the comments from people from other countries when when our TikTok was gone during that one 12-hour, 14-hour thing. They were saying like, we missed the Americans. You guys are so funny, and like, you're so wild and crazy, and it was cute. But I mean, think about the people that have come here had to be the strong people that fought. You had to fight to be here. You had to actually go on a ship to come here to be here. I mean, for the people that came here and took advantage of what was here, but it's not the same as what was happening in other places. It's a different energy. It's much more rebellious. And sometimes, like you were saying, we're rebellious for just the sake of being rebellious. Like sometimes people fight things that don't even, you're like, I agree with you. And they're like, oh, okay. Like they'll fight you anyways. They're like, I'm going to fight you. And you're like, but we're agreeing. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Hi. Your name is Hi. Yes, there are
Uh-oh.
mods. Are they
Uh-oh,
not
are they
doing,
not,
maybe
are
they're
they
not
having
keeping up.
issues?
Or do we need a mode?
Where's the mods? Okay, so there's a mod issue.
Let me add a mod. What is...
I can't really see the comments very well, so.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I have a couple people in here. Let me see. Yeah, Lindsay's in here. Cash is in here. I don't know if Janine is in here. Janine, are you here? Hi, namaste. Okay, let me see how to do that. Let me see. Thank you. Let me, where do I add? Have they changed where it is? It used to be easy
Under
to figure out.
settings, under mods, or
Oh, Janine, there she is. I love you, Janine. I've missed you. Oh, here it is. I know where it is. You go into their page.
oh yeah, yes, I do that too. I click on their name.
Yeah. So I guess I saw a video, thank God. Oh, I know you guys are doing a great job. Thank you. It just sometimes it comes in hot. So I saw a video that said to turn off the automatic updates for TT because last night there was going to be an update. And so I did. I have mine off all the time anyways, but someone sent me a message on Instagram before I came on here, which was I was trying to help her with it, which is why thought I was going to be late, ended up not being late. So she said that when she woke up this morning, she no longer had access to TT, but her family does, but she doesn't. And when she tries to reload it, it just shows up as an error. I don't know what happened there. Did anybody else have problems with the update that was supposedly last night or early this morning? I haven't noticed any difference for me, but like I said, I don't have automatic updates. Yes, we did talk about the other countries, but we're just hearing about it. We don't know all the details about it. We're going to have to go to the BBC after we get out of here. Oh, it's not in the App Store anymore.
Yeah, I've heard from other people that they no longer have access.
What? Why? Is it just picking people or is it like, see, I think, okay, can I say this? How can I say this in code? The after school special on NBC. I don't know how to say this. The new movie starring Demi Moore is about a woman who got hijacked. She developed an app, and the app got hijacked during a really intense time in the history of her life. And it wasn't actually the owners in this movie. I'm talking about this movie, okay? In the movie, the app that this woman developed was never actually sold to nefarious people. It was actually just hijacked from the owners. Does anyone get what I'm saying about the movie? And that's why they
Yeah,
can't do an update with the app in the movie because they don't have that level of access. Thank you. Thank you. So I had a really strong feeling about this yesterday. I'm wondering if it's hijacked. If this Demi Moore movie character, oh, the
yeah,
creator
I
fund's not getting
wonder.
money.
I wonder. I'm trying to look.
But what I'm thinking is the way that the code changed, like, just think about it, you guys. We'll talk about it. I'm going to make some videos either tomorrow night when I get back, although tomorrow night's the long driving day. Today was the short driving day, and I could barely do it. I'm in a hotel room right now, but tomorrow night when I get home, I'll probably be tired, but I'll try to come live. But I want to record a couple of videos. I'm jonesing. I have a list of videos I want to make. The coding has drastically changed, but
Yeah,
it feels like a hijack. Like it feels like a hijack to me. That's what I mean. I know that
yeah, I
sounds
can't
crazy.
find it in the store.
I've watched too many 80s and 90s movies about this kind of stuff. I'm
Right?
like very
But
into it.
but aren't they serving us now?
Yeah, that's what we have. Even
We're
with
like
the
we're like, okay, we got information.
yeah,
We went to school. We went to 1980s spy school.
I'm ready for this. I've been, all those movies I watched, I was ready for it. Go to your general settings, then look for TT and shut off automatic updates. Yes, thank you for that, Diana.
Okay, I'm
Definitely make
doing
sure
that
you do
now.
not have automatic updates. Okay. Midas Touch said no new sales affect Apple. I'm a little disappointed in Tim Cook. I'm a big Apple person, and I'm not going to stay a big Apple person for long if this continues. Lisa, Jennifer Lisa, go to, hold on. Where did it go?
I have automatically update iOS updates, but I don't know where the other ones are.
Okay, GregPalast.com. He discovered Demi Moore suppression. I'm going to call it Demi Moore. Have you heard of 7? No, I haven't heard of 7.
Oh, somebody was talking about 7.
How
Okay,
to side
I
load
can't remember where it is. It's not in general. Someone said general. It's not there. Trying to remember where it is.
Turn off your automatic.
I see where it is. I see where it is.
God, you should have seen me last night because I got that message from somebody. So when I was trying to turn off automatic updates, I pressed the wrong thing and it started updating all my apps. And I went, no. And my friend's like, turn off your phone. And I was like, oh. And I like tried to turn it off. And he's like, put it in airplane mode. And I was like,
so are they talking about don't have background app refresh on?
Yes. Right. Turn that off.
Oh, am I not supposed to be saying that?
I know. I don't know anymore what we can say.
We don't know anymore what to say. Okay,
we never did though.
Mine is set, my settings are okay, so that's probably why it still works.
Good. Yep. Same with me. Darla says go to settings to the App Store app and turn off automatic updates. Hi, Stacey.
I need to go to my iPad and do that because that's what we're on.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was having a problem starting last night, and maybe this is why it will not let me duet somebody. And so I wonder if that's because this iPad did automatically update, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to see if I can check.
Yes, Bryn, exactly. What's funny is that some creators use all the no words and nothing happens. I know. But also, I've also seen a lot of them are, I wish I knew ACL, MJ. I've also seen a lot of them have lost their accounts. Bananaed. Oh, really, Holly? You had to follow me again? You guys, this is my only account. I might change the name just so that I'll be Sky Girl Filmmaker or something like that. Because there's 2 or 3. There's 3 fake accounts now for me. So that means I've arrived. Hi. But also it's bad because that means people are fakely, you know how long it took me to get 1,000 subscribers, and my fake accounts have over 1,000 subscribers. And I'm like, how long have you guys been doing this? So make sure the real account is, you know, you can tell, I know I'm pretty famous, Lindsay. And also someone told me, if you're here, let me know, that there was somebody taking my clips from my videos and making fun of me, but they blocked me, but the person deleted it before they could tell me who it was. So if you guys see anybody using my clips and then making fun of me, please let me know, because I'm just curious, like, how have I impacted you? Why are you so afraid of me? Yeah, you had to refollow. I've been checking mine, and mine seems to be okay. Lotus would have won if not for suppression. Yes, that's right. So just make sure this is the real one. I'll be going live every day. I think she went to check her settings on her iPad, which might be how she's accessing this right now, to make sure she doesn't, have automatic updates on. You've impacted me. Aw, namaste, that's sweet. But it's funny because it's like if somebody finds you to be, if someone's going to imitate your account, well, that's not true. The imitating the account, that's a whole different reason. It's the people who take clips and make fun of you. That's the one that's like, oh, okay, whatever. There she is.
Okay, it's all good. It was already all good. So there must be I think there's a more nefarious reason why I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
It was a very hopeful video that I was trying to share with people. And
you know what we should do? We should create a language and put the language sheet on a Reddit or something.
Yeah, we should.
And then everyone downloads it and you just speak like, it's like Pig Latin, you know? voter nay, suppression nay, whatever. I don't know how to do it, but we'll have to think of words that don't sound anything like the actual words.
Right.
Oh, okay. Holly Joe had an amazing dream this morning. Would you like to share, Holly? The refollows seem to actually be fake impersonator accounts. Interesting. Just speaking Klingon. Exactly. It's so easy. Just, I know Klingon. Wouldn't that be cool though? We could just have like a cheat sheet that we could all go on and we could, that way we all know what we're looking at for the most part. I mean, I don't know. The me 10 years ago would have been all over that. But the me right now, I don't think I have the clarity of mind to do that.
Someone just asked about the planet alignment. I was just on another live with astrologers and they were
Oh,
talking
good.
about it, but I can't claim to have retained anything I heard.
I know that's how I am. I know it in the moment, like in my body, I know it, but I can't re-say it.
A lot of it was about chaos, 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 because the planets are all changing and they're going like in and out, like they go direct and they go backwards. And it was all about how Pluto and Aquarius is all about, massive change. And it's going to be a roller coaster for the next couple months. But we knew that.
Right. And I heard that really all 2025 is going to be a little bit, but that 2026 is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
So we just have to get through this.
So the post that I wanted to duet that I was not allowed to was by this creator, Shift Craft. So please go follow Shift Craft. She has this great video about Pandora's box. Go watch that.
Ooh,
I did post it and I tried to put it on my story, so I think it's there, but I wasn't able to duet it. And it was this great story. I didn't know the story of Pandora's box, and so maybe you all knew about it, but I didn't. I mean, I knew like the story that we all know, but she had the full story. And so Pandora was given this box, and when she opened it, all heck broke loose, right? All these terrible things came out, and then she tried to close it, and it was too late because once you let it out, it's out. And then, but she had closed it, and then she heard some scratching, and then it turned out that when she opened it again, hope was in there, and the last thing in the box was hope. And
Oh,
she was talking about how you always have to have hope because you can never do anything without hope. If you want to change the world, if you want to survive something that's challenging, if you want to help people, you always have to have hope. You
yeah.
always have to believe that it's possible for you to succeed, for your vision to be realized. And so hope is just so important. No matter how bad things get or look, we've got to hold on to hope because that's going to give us the motivation to do what we have to do to persist.
100%. 100%. I made a video about that. It's black and white. If you want to know about what I think about hope, it's on my page. And part of what I went through with loss was I lost hope. And it was very scary because if you don't have hope, you don't care, you don't even try. And my mom was kind of fought for me. And sometimes we need that. We need someone on the outside of us to fight for us and wake us up and remind us that we're important. And so that's why I said in my video, I'll be my mom. If you don't have a person in your life like my mom, first of all, my mom wasn't like that my whole life. Okay, let me just make that. People are like, your mother's an angel. And I'm like, I think a spirit was speaking through her in that moment because she's not been like the best mom, and she'll admit it. I mean, she really hasn't. But in that moment, that's why it shocked me so much that she was like, I will fight for you. And it woke me up because I thought, wow, my mom never talks like that for me. And because I told her I didn't want to be here anymore and all that kind of stuff. And I was really dark. And she was like, I'm going to fight for you. And she really did. She really fought for me. And when I felt that energy of her fighting for me, that made me want to fight again for myself. It took a while. But so I just want to say, if you are feeling hopeless, no, send me a message because I'll help you. I'm going to shake you. I'm going to push my hope into you. But just keep trying at least. Just show up. If you show up at all, even if you don't have hope, but you're showing up, some part of you has hope. You feel like you don't have hope, but you're showing up. You want hope. You're trying to find hope. So, oh wait, what'd you say, Brooke? One of my lowest points in life, he showed me the next 20 years of my life and it all came true. Wow, Brooke. I missed the first part, I think, of what you said. Namaste. Hope is the most beautiful word in the world. Yes. It's in your inbox. I don't know, Cash. I sent the Ouija board girl. Okay, I'll check that out, Cash. Yeah, so, and it's not, hope is not, I don't know, I feel like the self-help movement or whatever you want to call it's ruined a lot of things because there's the idea of things and the way things are when it's not necessary, when it's not serious. How do I say this? Hope is different. Hi, dragonflies. Hope is different when you actually go through an extremely dark time or you're facing something extremely scary or hard. That hope is very different than the way people talk about hope who haven't really been through anything really hard. And I'm not meaning to judge that, but just if you haven't been through anything really challenging. Oh, what's she doing?
Right.
My nose is running. I don't know what's happening. Usually it's when I'm crying, I cry out of my nose for some reason, which is wonderful. Yes, it is. It is
I'm
my
trying to show
Sparky.
Shiftcraft. So I guess her URL is Shiftcraft
Shift.
Pro.
Okay.
Looks
It's
like that.
backwards for us.
Shiftcraft Pro, and it has that color. So that's the one
Okay.
I was telling people about.
Black with the thing. Okay. Hold on.
Somebody in the comments was saying they tried to search it and couldn't find it.
Sparky.
Okay, I put it back in the.
Dapo.
Yeah, she has a post on Pandora's box. I
Dapo.
found it very.
My
It was, and I
son.
got it just when I needed it because I was feeling sad, and I saw that post and I was like, yes, yes.
Oh, Holly Joe wants to tell you about her dream. Dreaming the Native Americans are rising up. That was her dream.
Oh, it's definitely happening because
Robin. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
because naked emperor has always been anti-native, and we saw that in his last go around.
Yeah.
There's a tribe that I worked for. I was the tribal archivist on the East Coast, and during his last reign, he took away their federal status, and he's just said a lot of negative things over the years about natives, and like he wants to take a lot of the rights away. So, um, yeah, not happening. We're gonna fight. We're all gonna fight. Everybody's going to stand up for themselves in some way.
Muchi wants to know if you can tell the story of the eagle and the condor.
I cannot, I don't know it well enough. I, I've I've heard of it, but it's not from my tradition. It's from further south, and I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident telling that story. I would have to know it better. No one's taught me that story well enough for me to tell it.
Just for curiosity's sake, because I saw some people say they were native here, can you like put a blue heart in the comments if you are? I'm just curious how many people are here right now. I grew up in Arizona, so I grew up around a lot of native culture, and I have such a like warm place in my heart for it. And I just has Trump ever? Oops, sorry, I shouldn't say his name. Has he ever even been around anybody? I mean, ever of that? Does he know anybody one on one? Okay, Seer Blue Delight.
He just doesn't like the fact that he got really upset when a certain, I'm not going to name names,
Yeah.
but there's a certain tribe on the East Coast that was super successful, and he couldn't compete. His business couldn't compete with their business. And oh, did someone say Rhode Island? Yeah, so I used to work in Rhode Island, at the Rhode Island Indian Council. So if you're in Rhode Island, um, yeah, so he got jealous basically, and he doesn't like the fact that natives have like certain rights that he wants to have. So that's what it's about. There was this particular tribe that was very successful in a particular business, just like my tribe is very successful in a particular business. And this guy, the emperor, was in the same business. And you know how he is and how they all are. They don't like to compete, right? So like if they have to compete with someone, they just find a way to cheat. So that's kind of the, you know, I think the origin of his animosity towards Native people is he can't compete with them. And just like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Zucky Zuck, if he can't compete, or he'll just try to, you know, buy up something. You know, like
Yeah.
same with Starboy. If he can't compete, he tries to cheat so that he can get his way. And that's what the Naked Emperor wants to do. He wants to cheat by taking away trust status and different rights that Native Americans have that they are owed, and he wants to take that away so that he can compete in an unfair game. That's the bottom line for him. It's always the bottom line for him. That's why they're getting rid of DEI right now, because they can't compete, right? See, the thing
Yeah.
about DEI is it creates a level playing field, and then people who are
Mm-hmm.
mediocre, they've got to step up their game,
Yeah.
and they don't want to. They don't want to compete with people who are highly qualified. They just want to compete with mediocre people. So if you can get rid of, you know, huge groups of people that you would otherwise have to compete with, then you're more likely to be successful. And so that's kind of a common value of this group of people, is not wanting to compete and wanting things made easy for them by cheating. It's
So,
kind of
you know what comes to my mind? I'm a huge NBA fan. And you look at the early NBA compared to now, it's like they're always trying to hold back these like incredible athletes, people who are like so much better at something, you know? And it's just like, I don't think I'd be as interested in like the early basketball. I'm really interested in the athleticism of now, white and otherwise. I mean, I'm just saying true competition makes everybody rise. It makes
yeah,
everybody
it's
better.
like that with every form of oppression, right? Like look at
Yeah.
women. If women were inferior, we wouldn't need to have a gazillion laws
Yeah.
over our history to prevent women from competing. So, you know, women weren't allowed in lots of jobs. They're still not allowed in certain jobs. They weren't allowed to go to college. They weren't allowed to own an apartment, to have a bank account, right? They weren't allowed to divorce. And, you know, these people are trying to bring all that back. Well, if people are inferior to you, you don't have to make laws. They just won't be able to keep up.
Yeah. Right.
Right? And that's true for every group, right? If you look at all the groups in our country that where there have been laws against them to prevent them from having access to things, that's how you know they're not inferior. Because if someone's inferior to me, not only do I not need a law to keep them from competing with me, I don't even have to pay attention to them ever, because they're just not
Right.
relevant.
Right.
These people have spent so much of their time and energy trying to hold us back and trying to keep us from competing with them. It's because they know they can't compete with us, you know? And so that's why they're in this crisis now, because that truth is kind of bubbling to the surface after all these years, right? Of, you know, hundreds of years of trying to oppress certain groups. And and despite all of that, we still rise to the top, right? We still rise to the top, whether it's women or, you know, black or brown or native people. We're always rising, right, to the top. And you know, it's kind of hilarious. I mean, it's really sad, but it's also ridiculous, right?
Well, I did see that Target hasn't been putting up any of their normal Black History Month stuff, and that a lot of um, people are
Target
sharing
just got rid of
videos.
DEI under pressure.
Yeah.
They just got rid of all their DEI programs under pressure from
I
this
thought
administration.
Target was more neutral or blue leaning. I'm sort of surprised to hear
They
that.
were. I was very surprised. Um, they've always had pretty good politics. So this is really disappointing. Yeah, Toyota rolled theirs back a while ago, and
Oh, God.
now like a lot of people are capitulating. It won't last though. I don't know how they think they're going to get anything done with the most unqualified, you know, with you know, if you don't have the most qualified people, you're not going to be able to get stuff done.
That's just bizarre to me.
Oh,
Target
someone
was.
said Target said they were threatened
Oh,
with federal lawsuits. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Um,
Yeah, I heard that Costco has been resisting.
oh, good. Well, Target's a big. I was going to say Costco's big, but so is Target.
Yeah.
um, hmm. Oh, I didn't hear that, Jennifer, about Muskrat kicked out of the White Kitchen.
Oh, I don't know what the White Kitchen is.
The House of White.
Oh, okay.
Um, oh, he was? I don't understand why he's in there in the first place. Yeah, he was across the street. I have a visual that I'm going to try to draw out and record in a video of how I get my intuition, like how I saw this whole time that I want to share. Because just in case somebody else has a similar way, or just maybe if you want to understand how mine works and why I never saw him getting in and why I feel so calm and confident, even though I feel sad and stressed out also at the same time. But I also feel, I don't know, I'll post a video soon about that, but I'm looking forward to explaining that. I'm like a
Yeah,
chart person.
it's really hard to watch the dumpster fire, especially when the dumpster fire is our realm.
Yeah.
But I do still have faith. I do still have hope. I do still think that we're going to prevail. My guides kept telling me we're going to go through some things and there was going to be a limbo period. And I guess I was hoping that it wasn't going to be this bad, but they did try to warn me that we were going to really have to go through some things. But
It's
I
probably
do
best
think
if we
it's
stay away from
temporary.
dates. Pardon me?
What'd you say?
I said it's probably best if we stay away from dates. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't even want
Yeah.
to guess anymore.
Someone just asked about remote viewing, so I just want to talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
Um, I've been watching the telepathy tapes. I highly recommend. And telepathy and remote viewing and telekinesis, these are gifts that are very, very relevant to the current time that we're living in. So you might want to learn about them, maybe read some books, take some classes. I actually might be teaching something. I'm thinking about teaching some because
Oh.
my guides specifically identified these areas. And these are areas that in the past I was told not to teach, and now I'm being told that we all need to learn them. So if that appeals to you, look into that.
I'd be interested in that. You
Yeah,
mean
this is something.
remote viewing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I would be interested in that, especially from you.
yeah, we need to do this. We need to do this. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about I'm I have some. I've taught it a little bit, but never in a big way. But I'm thinking about teaching it more in a big way, just because my guides are saying it's what we need right now.
One thing that I noticed in the years that I went through all this repression in my own life, I had my own evil people in my life really doing a lot of crazy stuff to me also, is it's kind of like a plant that gets pushed into the roots. Um, every time I tried to have a business, I would try to, or have a new push of positivity, it would like push out like leaves or flowers. It would get cut back. It would get pruned, and it was like God or the universe was like the master pruner of my tree of life. And I kept getting pushed back into the darkness, into the roots, under the ground, underground. But now as I'm growing, it's so much stronger, and I'm more secure in the ground. Like I used to always like grow these really long branches and do all these things. And now each branch that I grow out is very intentional. And it's like everything that's in my root system supports the branch. Whereas before I would have all kinds of crazy branches and I wouldn't have the root system. And so a storm would come along and I would fall over because I didn't understand my roots. So now, the reason why I'm bringing all that up is for everyone in here. This is an opportunity to strengthen your connection to your spirituality, whatever that is, to however you want to access that. Instead of, that's why I would say, don't listen to other people, don't listen to us, other than just for camaraderie, community, and maybe sometimes someone tells you something that helps. But ultimately, everyone should be developing their own intuition right now and their own guidance, because we all have a direct contact to our higher self, God, whatever it is. And this is, every time you get pushed down, that's the opportunity to start listening to yourself, because that voice is always there. That's all I had. There was a period of time.
Exactly. Everyone has a gift to develop, and now is the time.
Yeah. It was all I had was, I remember laying there, like I felt like I had been, hit by 1,000 trains, and I just laid on my bed, and I just felt like I didn't want to be alive, and all I could feel is my breath, and then that talking to that part of myself, just like what I just said out loud to myself. And then this part of me would go, well, you don't have to do anything. And I'd say, I don't want to do anything. And it's like, well, you don't have to do anything. And I'd say, okay, because I'm not going to. And they're like, that's okay. I was like, okay. And then I would just breathe. And then I would just talk to that part. And little by little, it grew and it became more and more and more. And now it's more. But there was a time where all I had was that tiny little, and thank God for my phone, because I would go on YouTube and I would watch like ASMR and stuff. And that kind of helped me be in my body. But little things like that, whatever you have. And I also believe at any given time, we have everything we need for wherever we are. I know it doesn't seem like it. Sometimes you think, no, I need to live in my own place. I need to live out in the country. And we put all these conditions on stuff, but I promise you, everything you have right now is all you need. You can move towards those things. I'm not saying don't move towards things you feel called to go towards, but just know everything that you have right now in yourself and in your environment is enough. And the rain, I drove through the rain in Northern California. It looked very dark. I'm like kind of near Santa Clarita, and it looks very dark right at sunset. There was a huge dark cloud coming over, so maybe it's going to rain over here. Hope
Well, yeah,
so.
in LA, it's supposed to rain in about an hour. So we're waiting. We're waiting for the rain. Hopefully, waiting for the rain.
It looked ominous, and when it was raining on me on the freeway on the 5, it was big, like chunky raindrops. So it's a
We're just
good
expecting
dousing.
light rain here. Light
Oh,
rain.
ah, that drives
At
me
least
crazy.
today. But it might be, what's the weather thing tomorrow? Maybe it's going to be more tomorrow. Let me see. Because I think it's supposed to rain over the weekend. And so I think maybe tomorrow, let me see. Nope. Yeah, tomorrow and today and tomorrow it's supposed to rain. But it hasn't rained yet today. Still waiting.
It'll come.
At least the part of LA I'm in. But I just looked at the LA general forecast and it said in the next hour. Rain, please come.
Yeah, I'll be driving back to Arizona tomorrow, so I'll try to catch up on some videos tonight after I get off the live. And every time an idea for a video comes up, I put it in my notes app, and then I go back and look at it, and I have no idea what I've written. It doesn't make it. Does that happen to you, Jennifer, Lisa? Like, literally, sometimes I go back and I go, alien intuition tangerine, and I'm like,
The funniest thing is when people quote me back to myself, and I'm like, really? I said that? Interesting.
yeah, yeah.
I had someone email me, and she like transcribed my part of my live and said, "Well, you said this and this and this, and in the other videos you said this, and so therefore."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, really? I said that? Good to know." Because
Deb
sometimes
wants,
when I'm talking, I'm
yeah,
spirit
right.
speaking through me, and
It's like
and
channeling.
yeah, and also like what I do is I get information, and then a lot of times I'll turn it into a story. And but when I'm delivering the story in the video, I'm doing it extemporaneously. I don't write the story. I just get the
Oh,
information,
that's
and then
cool.
and then I sit down, and it just starts flowing through me. And so I don't really know how it's going to sound until it comes out. And so right now, it's funny. I was just looking over my notes from my last, vision, and at the end, I was just reading over it because I couldn't remember all the information. I said, I got to make a video. And at the end, it says, and all of this will go in your story. And I forgot that the guide said that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this has to all go in the story. Because sometimes they tell me stuff and I'm not allowed to put it in the story. So this time they just
Oh,
spelled it out. They're like, all of this goes in the story.
wow.
So I'm going to make a story post tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Monday, I think. Because tomorrow I'm going to see my sister. But maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. But for people who don't know, I've been putting live recordings on my Tube of You.
Me too.
So I don't know. Are you going to put this one on your Tube of You?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I
So
don't have
I've been.
music in my lives anymore, just to keep it easy, you know? I should go
Yeah.
back so my head is the same size as yours. My head is
Oh, I know.
always
I kept
like,
trying to like make my head bigger, but I'm tired, so I'm just like, I'm too tired to sit
I'm
up.
like, I have to be close to it to see the letters. Otherwise, I don't even know. I'd have to be far
And
away
then
to have my
me, I've got
glasses.
this crazy baby ring light that's in my face.
Oh,
I should get my other ring light out. I just can't be
I just
bothered. Like,
used my second phone. I don't know if you can see it. And I put it on like a white page on the internet. So it's like the whole front is like a light and I can change the temperature. And I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's what I do. You know,
yeah,
as a
like I have a whole
documentary,
studio set up for my classes, and I don't feel like doing that because this is not my
no.
idea of work. So I just got this. I just bought this baby ring light, and
Oh,
it
that's
does the
nice.
job. But then sometimes I'm just like too close to it, and I'm just like, I can't
As you
see.
know, filming for documentaries, the trick is for people to be comfortable, you know? So sometimes in my cameras, I'll put black tape over the record light so they won't know when I'm actually recording, you know, we're just talking. And also
Yeah,
lighting, like you always want to have the lighting be comfortable for the person because if it looks too much like a stage and it's like an interview, you get a different energy. So I'm always been about chill vibe.
yeah. Somehow I've been. Let me try to move it. I know my lighting is always a little whack. Then we did that like Dreaming Woman circle on YouTube, and I had to change. If I move it over here, is that better? Oh, that's better for
I like
me.
that.
Yeah, now I can see better.
It's kind of moody.
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
Um, yeah. I'm not going to last much longer. I'm really tired, but I
I'm
just
not
wanted
either. Yeah.
to
I'm
come
really
on
glad you
here.
came on here, though. This has been a very nice surprise. Very nice. I haven't talked to you in a while. I mean, it's been probably a day or two, but it feels like, you know,
I know,
each
right? Like our
day.
time is so weird now. I know if I'm off the platform for a day or two, it feels like forever. Um, but I haven't been like I've been off the platform, but I've been super busy doing the same kind of work, like being in community, working with
Yeah,
dreaming women, just not on the platform.
right.
So, the work continues. But what was I gonna say? Now I forgot.
How each day feels like a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, it
Oh,
just
because
started on
something in the
Monday.
comments, somebody said something about the star beings.
Okay.
So I am going to ask more information. Like I'm going to try to ask for an update because I was expecting more. I had done that post about more of a more obvious unveiling, and then there was only like one big ship off of Pensacola. But I
Yeah.
thought there was going to be a bunch of them, and there was only one. Well, I don't know if there was a bunch of them because we don't really get news. But I just felt like it should have been so big that we would have gotten the news, and we didn't.
Yeah.
So I need to ask them what's the update on that. Yeah. Someone just asked what my guy. I've already kind of shared some of my new information earlier in the live, and I'm gonna post it too. My newest information from my guides. But the bottom line is that I'm still hopeful, and that we do have to. No, I'm not dreaming woman number 4. Yeah, I have many, many, many fraudsters pretending to be me.
Oh
I
no.
do have two accounts now, Ethical Psychic and Ethical Dreaming Woman. I created a second account just because my current account has had a red mark on it for weeks. And so I'm like, any day now.
Yeah. Right.
I'm living on the precipice. Um,
Living on the
But yeah,
edge.
there's like 25 accounts pretending to be me, and if you see them, please report them. The way you'll know is they won't have like mine always have like I have a little. The only videos they have are the ones where I didn't put. I'm not giving readings. I won't ask you for money, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not giving readings. Anyone who says they want to give you a reading, that's not me. I'm on a break from readings right now, so it's not a part of my program. It's not why I'm here. I'm not here trying to make money. That's just
I
not a
am.
part of the project. I mean, I probably should be, but it's just currently not what I'm doing.
Right.
So that's why other people are trying to make money off of my account.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was making money off of my account, they wouldn't be able to do
Yeah.
that.
Right.
But if you wanna support me, I do have classes. I have an upcoming class. You can go to my link tree, and I have some classes on my website that you can sign up for. And I have books you can buy. So if you want to support me, I have a Patreon, and I even
Oh,
have
I
my
didn't know you had a
Venmo.
Patreon.
Yeah, I have a Patreon. I never promote it. I should.
I need to
And I
get a
have
Patreon.
a Venmo. So if you want to
Okay.
support me, I appreciate it because I have been working on this Dreaming Women project for the last 10 weeks without remuneration, just because my guides told me to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if people want to support me, that's great. But I'm not doing readings.
I wanted to say to Lisa in the chat, we both have YouTube. She's Jennifer Lisa Vest.
Yeah,
Jennifer
I'll put it in
Lisa
the chat.
Vest. And I am right here, as you can see, it's my name, Lisa Murray. Um, and I will post this live if you missed the beginning, or if you just like to watch like an hour or two of people talking and staring at the chat. That'll be on my YouTube. And she has been awesome because she's been going live on YouTube, and I haven't done that yet. I know there's a lot of Lisas and Elisas. I know. I went live like a year ago, and I
We're
just sat
all
there and like
Lisas.
two people came. I know. This is the Lisa Club, so I'm sorry if your name
It's
isn't
the Lisa
Lisa.
Club. Lisa from Canada, Lisa Murray, and Jennifer Lisa. We're all here.
That's right. That is right. I need to go live on YouTube because people are asking me over there. They're like, "We'll never go to TT," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, I
But
just discovered today because I was on someone else's live that they use this app called Yardstream.
oh yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. I've heard
going
of
live
that.
on YouTube is challenging. Like the interface isn't as easy as this
Yeah.
one.
Right.
But they said, "Oh no, you use this totally other app." That's the thing about YouTube. You have to know all these apps,
Yeah.
like YouTube Studio to edit, YouTube to play it, and then now you have to use Yardstream to if you want to have guests and stuff. So I'm in the
Oh.
process of learning that because I've only been
Okay.
able to go on YouTube single by myself because to do it with guests is more complicated.
My YouTube
StreamYard,
is my name right
StreamYard.
up here. It's my full name, Lisa Murray,
You know what? I can't
Murray.
see your name.
Oh, you can't?
No, I think because there's two of us, we can't see your name.
Oh. Okay. Lisa Murray, Murray. I'll comment it. Let's see. Boop boop a doo. People said they had a hard time finding it, but honestly, it's like youtube.com/Lisa Murray. And I cannot pin comments when I have a guest. So I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Just my
But I'm
name.
going to be leaving soon, then she'll be able to pin it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably hang out for like 20 or 30 minutes just to kind of talk to some of the regulars and check in
Yeah,
with you guys after she goes to bed. Because look at, she's almost asleep. Let's see.
I know. Well, I have those kind of eyes anyway, so
I
people
love
always
when you
think
get tired though, because you're like, oh, thank you, Lindsay.
I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
thank you
that's
for coming on here. I love when you come on because I get my fill of you as well. So, and everyone's saying your
yeah.
blanket looks very comfortable too.
It's very cozy. It's very cozy.
Yeah, it
Um,
looks nice.
yeah,
Of
it's
course, the
kind of
color is
chilly.
spot on.
Yeah, this is my color. Um, yeah, so I'll see you all soon, and thanks for having me, Lisa.
You're welcome. I'll text you. We'll figure out when we can do this on YouTube because I know people want us to go live together on YouTube too. I'll figure out
Yeah, we got to
StreamYard.
figure out that StreamYard, then we
Yeah,
can
I'll
do
figure it
that.
out. I forgot all about that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good
Love you.
night.
All right. Boop boop. So if you guys missed the beginning of the live, I'm going to be posting this whole live on my YouTube. So you can see she talked a little bit about what her visions were, what her guides were telling her right now. My God, my hair looks like I got out of the shower and it was all wet. See how this is like my natural, see how it's like kind of wavy? And then as it's down, this has nothing to do with politics, but just as important if you ask me. And as it's down, it gets fuzzy and then puffy. So there's that. There's a little bit of information about me. I am in a hotel room and the lighting is weird. Stop, Bran. Oh, you guys are cute. I know it's like beachy, but then it gets fuzzy. So it's like kind of cute when it's like this, but then it turns into this like fuzz ball. So, oh, thank you guys. I'm obsessed with my hair, like in terms of talking about it and touching it. I don't know. I've always been like that from the first time I ever went online live. I was like, anyways, and like touching my hair constantly. It's like a contest. Sometimes I try not to touch it at all. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. I have to do it. Hair is important talk. Thank you for understanding, Lindsay. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Oh my God, you're so sweet. I love these people in hair. For those of you watching the replay on YouTube, they're saying very nice complimentary things in the comments. So, okay. So anyways, my YouTube is there. I hope you can see that now. I will figure out how to go live there probably this week because I really want to speak openly about some things that I'm feeling. I don't think they're leaving TT. I don't think so. It's just a lot of us are getting like, well, we all know that we're being watched, we're being censored, and it's exhausting to speak in such terms. Hi, Magical Mimi, how are you? It's like you can speak more freely. I never have none of my videos, none of that gets, I get no dings over there. And over here, it's like, and it's not like they send you a list of, I will use StreamYard. Thank you, Becky. I know I'm familiar with StreamYard, so I'll just have to do a quick catch up on that and I will be up and running over there. But, yeah, I love the ease of TT because that's part of what I do is I study social media apps. And when I realized what TT was, I told everybody, I said, this is the best social media app that's ever, in my opinion, has ever existed in terms of its ease, in terms of just everything, the algorithm, how you find people. I mean, earlier today, I was with some guy who was working in the fields like a farmer. And then in the morning, I'll be like in the middle of the night, but it's their morning or something in Thailand. And a street vendor is making breakfast sandwiches for people. And then Vegas Strip at 2 a.m. People are walking around like tourists and stuff. Tell me, what are your guys' like favorite, your guys' like random TikTok channel? Like, yeah, everything's intuitive. It's different, you guys. I started on Twitter and YouTube in 2006. And I really loved those in the beginning because YouTube in the very beginning was a very small community. We would even meet up in LA, like some of the main users. Obviously, it's exploded beyond all comprehension and then turned and, so many other things now. I love YouTube, but it's different. It's not a community like it used to be. But although what I have to say, since I've been posting more videos in the comment section and in my community tab, I'm starting to see the same familiar people and it feels really good, but it's like, I want to support them back. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. There's something missing. I love YouTube though. I really do. I'll never not love YouTube. I check YouTube multiple times a day. I love it. You came across a lady in the UK, this is from D, that wakes up and videos the sun coming over the water. That is so beautiful. I love that. I love that. Kaylee explains all. I like that. I would love to do a 4 a.m. Comic-Con horror. Wow, that sounds good. Cat Mojo. I love seeing stuff like that, and it seems easier to create content minus codifying your speech. Yes. Interests are very diverse. Bren. Yes. No, it was. I like whenever I have a lot of anxiety or anything, I just will go on YouTube in the lives especially, and I just sort of swipe through it. It makes me feel like that connection to humanity, like I just love it. Like somebody is there's a girl that moved to a small town in Italy, I think, and every day she live streams her walk from her house to her where she works. And so you walk through the town with her. Thank you for subscribing to me on YouTube, Debbie. And it just makes me so happy. I'm like, what? I had to get used to it. Every social media app, you have to get used to it. You have to figure out what to ignore and what to do. You know what I mean? Like how can you interface with it? Yes, the YouTube algorithm is really good. There's some incredible content creators on YouTube that I really enjoy a lot. So you trust your discernment and gut. Yeah, definitely. I love this community, but it feels different after the shutdown because we all are being stared at. Whoops. No, I have to decline that. We're all being stared at, Someone's looking at us going, I'm watching you. And you're like, so hi, you guys, how was your day? We're trying to be natural, but we're all getting these dings and we're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hi, Janine, welcome back. Do you need the number of followers? Actually, you know what? I don't know about that. I've had I don't know. I just got over 10,000. I used to have 8,000 subscribers when I first started going on YouTube, and I was a partner. And then they changed the algorithm or something. I don't know. They changed their terms or something. And then I wasn't posting on there for a long time. And I kept trying to figure it out. And I don't know. But now I'm finally on YouTube. So I'm happy about that. No buy Monday. So are you talking about this Monday, MJ? Boycott Amazon, Temu, teal 1 day a week. What's teal? If you want to see something funny, look how the RHs are freaking out over cute winter boots. Oh, are they? They finally caught on to the boots scenario. Hi, are you freaking sorry? Hi, Levi. Wait, ego, I'm like, and TT is back at you. What does that mean? What does that mean? Kaylee, trying to stay in the light, but my inner goth girl is about to pull out my curse gear. Yes. Oh, Timu. Okay. I have 10.5 on YouTube. That's right. Yeah. Oh, I know I can go live. I've gone live before, a long time ago, even before I had 10,000. And literally there was 2 people who came in the room, but it was before I really was back. Because I used to be online and then I took kind of a break, not knowing what I was going to say or do. And then now since July, I've been on TikTok every day, pretty much, other than here and there. And from that, I've been taking my videos and putting them over there. And now my YouTube is picking up since the contest, actually, which has been a blessing. Look for the blessing. I'm talking about how, hi, Noah. I'm talking about how TikTok is different than YouTube. Do you ever go on YouTube, Noah? Do you watch videos? Do you have your favorite videos? And also on TikTok, what are your favorite random channels? I just have so many I love. One of my favorite mediums started talking about our rights and her whole page went down. Yeah, right, on TikTok. Mama Zari, that's cute, Sandy. What is the cute winter boots thing? Can someone explain it to her in code in the chat, please? Okay, well, Becky just kind of explained it. You never go on YouTube? What are your favorite type of channels here, Noah? There are 2 meanings. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that there were 2 meanings. You guys, this week, since Wednesday, I've been traveling. So, basically I've missed, since early Wednesday morning, I've been driving and I'm the driver. So I can't check my videos until I get to the hotel or whatever, and I'm totally tired. So I try to check everything. I don't know why I did 2 thumbs. I don't even access anything on my phone this way. Why did I do that? I go How do I do it? This. I hold it with this hand and I go like that. Okay. I guess it's easier to do this on screen than it is to do this. All right. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I haven't been going on here, like catching up on all the videos, but imagine how far behind I am just from Wednesday. And I can feel it. I know I am because people are sending me videos and I see them and I try to watch them in the beginning. And when I realize it's going to take a little bit more thought, I stop it and I go, all right, I got to watch that later. Because my brain is not, my brain is here with what I'm dealing with right now. But come Monday, it's going to be amazing. You need the break. No, I wanted it. My YouTube name is Lisa Murray right here. Can you guys see this little sticker thing? That's my name, Lisa Murray, and that's the name of my YouTube channel. I think if you go to youtube.com/Lisa Murray, like that's my name. Oh, you guys can't see it? Okay, then I'm gonna throw it away. Why do I even have it there? What the heck? My nose is like crying again. Why does it happen out of my nose when I'm on camera? Okay, do LISA. If you go to, I'm going to pin that. Whoops. Pin this baby. Okay, there we go. So if you go to, youtube.com/Lisa Murray, I think it can go there. I am Sky Girl. That's here. Yeah. Make sure you are not, if anyone, messages you that looks like it's mine has no underlines or dots or spaces. It's just, I am the Sky Girl, THEE, Sky Girl. I might change the actual visual name though, and maybe even my picture just to try to mash it up, but I'll wait until I'm home. Yeah, and it's on my link tree also. The links are in my, that happens to you, Stan. I know, and it happens like when someone's saying something touching or, I'm sharing something touching, I cry, but it comes out of my nose, like before it comes out of my eyes. And I'm like, this is crying for me. What you see right here, really embarrassing. Oh, good, I'm glad, just as a niche, thank you. With a period before her username. Wait, Sky Girl. I got the name because, so when I was little, I read a book called Sky Dog. And it was about a little boy who goes to the beach with his mom. And it's interesting because he's brown skin, and he's very cute. And he goes to the beach with his mom, and I never thought about the dad at all, but there's no dad. And they sort of seem sad. And then they go to this beach, and it seems like the East Coast. And he's very sad, and he goes out into the beach every day, and he looks into the clouds, and the clouds start looking like little animals for him. And so he starts looking forward to going out to the beach. He's obviously depressed. Like maybe the dad just died. They didn't talk about that in the story, but now that I'm older, I think about it and go, that's probably what happened. Or a divorce or something. Anyway, so he goes out into the beach every day and he looks into the sky and he sees like a whale in the clouds. And he sees like a little white dog, and he sees like, every day it's the thing he looks forward to. And he goes out there to, and the little white dog is like his dog. Like it's so cute. It jumps around in the sky. It's made out of clouds, And so on the last day, he goes out, last day of the summer, they're leaving, and he goes out to the beach to say goodbye to his sky dog, and he's nowhere in the sky. And, he's really sad. And he starts to walk to the car, and a little white dog comes running up to him on the beach, and he's wagging his tail and he's jumping all around. And it's like the dog came out of the sky for him. And his mom wants to be responsible. So they go around the island, and nobody has ever seen this dog before. And to me, as a child, I was very young when I read that book. It made me feel like what's meant for you will be for you. And there are things that you see in the world that nobody else sees. And that's for you. And, what if he walked around the beach the whole time he was there trying to convince everybody that there was a white dog in the sky, like he would have wasted all that time. He could have like just enjoyed the time he had with the dog, but he didn't do that. He knew that dog was for him. He enjoyed every minute of it. And, and just that idea of manifesting and how manifestation is, and like it's something for you. And so then I started Sky Life Productions because I was trying to create the life, because I would picture something and I would be able to manifest it, whether it was like a job or like there were so many things I was able to, and not even the way that it's done now. Like I feel stupid even saying the word manifestation, because so many like self-help people, in my opinion, have ruined it, and they make it very materialistic. And for me, it's spiritual. It's not materialistic. It's not like you're picking from a menu of things. Like I want a Bentley and a mansion, and like there's nothing wrong with that per se, but I think it's deeper than that, and I just don't like that. So, but anyway, so I had Sky Life, and then I thought I had created this life that I really wanted. I was living in San Francisco. I loved my life, and I remember thinking, I've created the perfect life for myself, except for the fact that I got nothing out of it. So I had created this life that was my sky life, but it felt like watering a plant, and the water would just go off the top. It wouldn't go down into the soil, into the roots. And I realized I don't know how to create that kind of life. I only know how to kind of create sort of like a setup of a life that is the type of things I think that would make me happy. And so I started a journey of like really trying to figure out what makes me happy, what makes me fulfilled, what is my purpose of being here. And so I started following my intuition. I left the city. I moved to Michigan, then Chicago. I thought I was going to move to Philadelphia. This is all for another night. But anyways, now my journey is Sky Girl. I want to be the person that I came here to be. I want to be that for myself. And if that happens to help someone else, then great. So that just helps me connect with that, is the Sky Girl thing. So I hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. I think the meaning is still evolving. So yeah, it is faux spirituality. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, when I was a little kid reading that, I was blown away. I was like, that's real. Like you can see something in the sky, and then you can have it in your life. Like a puppy, a little white puppy. That is so cute. Good night. Thank you, Lola, for hanging out. Owen needs some Noah. That's so sweet. Oh, hi, Lucky Fox Tarot. How are you? Are you on here, or are you just on? I'm going to invite you. I told you I wanted to invite you next time you came in. Yeah, so we'll see. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. Yeah, I know people are like, are you in? And I do love the sky. That's the other thing too. I really genuinely love. That's a good night story. That's right. That's my sky dog story too. I genuinely love the sky too. I'm always looking at the stars. I'm talking to God like in the moon. During the day, I just love clouds. I love looking at the sky. I think that's, if you think about the majority of what we see is the unknown. You know, the known is like what we build on the ground, or like mountains, and like, not that we know mountains, but you know what I mean? The most of what of everything that we see is the sky, and it's the unknown. It's out there. We don't even know what it is. I think that's fascinating. And everyone just acts like, yeah, whatever. It's just life. And I'm like, what? No, I do not have to evacuate. I'm actually near San Clarita right now at a hotel. And I don't see a fire over here. I came from Northern California and it was raining. So there you go. The planets are supposed to be, I need to go outside and go look at them. Because up here it's dark. I'm like in the dark nature area, kind of where the fires were the other day. I think they're out now, but normally we smile as we look up in the sky. I love that. It's beautiful. I have a really cool app do you guys have any like stargazing apps? You still look for shapes in the clouds? I know, Bren, me too. I do. I have one called, what is it called? And you just aim your phone around, and it'll show you the constellation, like shows you exactly where the planets are. Oh, Stellarium. Ooh, I'll have to check that out, Eco. What are the two you have, Cher? I wonder if mine's on my other phone. I'll have to find. Skyview. I think that's the one I have. Is that the one where like if you put it over a star, it actually shows you like a 3D image, and it'll say like Pisces or Mercury? Not Pisces. It'll show you the constellations, but it'll show you the planets. I have the free version, and I really like it. Star Walk. Okay, that's interesting. Sky Map. I do the Jess's. I do the I do Skyview, the free version. You get a lot out of that. Don't let it trick you. Some apps try to trick you, and they're like, okay, you want to continue, and you're like, I guess I'll pay for it. And then there's a tiny little grayed out button that goes, or just continue for free. And you're like, oh, there it is. So many times. Okay, Star Walk. The one that I started in San Diego, but I'll stop talking about it. Hopefully they all go out. Wait, Create Courage. What are you talking about? Star Tracker, Stellarium. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do like the one I have. Star Tracker. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Has anyone told you your aura color? No. What is it? If they have, it's been a long time. I used to go to this psychic fair. Oh, the San Diego Fire. Yes. I'm far from that. I'm probably about 2 hours, maybe, I would say. Maybe more, actually. Maybe 2.5 to 3 hours north of that. Yeah, I drove from Northern California, and there was periods of time where it was pouring rain. Big, huge raindrops. And then as I got closer to the hotel here, there was this huge dark cloud that actually looked like a spaceship. It scared me a little bit in a good way. It was a person again who started it. It doesn't surprise me. Not at all. It makes me so mad. The last time I had anxiety, I went for a walk, and these little low cloud shapes shifted and helped me. Oh, I would like that. I would like that. Yeah, I know the flooding of them. When I was in the fire in Northern California in 2020, everyone was worried about that, but it was okay. And you know what happened out there? Because there was so much devastation in the nature area. All the plants and trees, the old oak trees burned. And a friend of mine lost 3 houses on the top of the mountain in between where I was living in Vacaville and Napa. So she was in between Solano County and Napa County. And her family had sheep and a bunch of land up there, and she had 3 houses, and she lost her wedding ring, and all 3 houses burned down. So I went up there to help her find her wedding ring, and everything was burned all the way down. I mean, everything. It felt like you're on the moon. It's so scary as far as you can see. But what someone told me, it was kind of cool. We ended up scattering native wildflower seeds, and a lot of companies donated them. And we got a bunch of volunteers, and I filmed it and like blah, blah, blah. But basically, in all those mountains and all that area, non-native species of grass and flowers, hi Laura, had taken over. And so the fire actually did it a favor. Not that it was a huge problem, but you're trying to look for the silver lining. And the non-native species of grasses and flowers burned away, and then we went around and did wildflower seedings. And so when the rain came, we were worried it was going to kind of wash everything away. It didn't. And when all the flowers came in, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. It's raining hard here in Orange County. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Well, yeah, I mean, Western North Carolina, we got floods. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's part of what happens after a fire, because there's sort of like the layer of, what is it called? Ash, you need it. Yeah. So do we out here. It's very dry. Sad. Northern California, where I just was very wet. It was very wet everywhere. So that's good. All right, you guys. Wait, namaste. Were you gonna tell me my aura color? Because I'm kind of interested. Is it purple? Let's see. Yeah, it was a really cool idea. Namaste. It was not my idea, but I helped organize different groups of volunteers that came out. It was like huge bags of seeds. So, Lindsay, just like Aquarius, the fire burns it down to make room for the new life that may have laid dormant. Yeah. Western North Carolina, I'm sure. Yes. I heard all about that. Yep. I know, huge area's gone. That's really sad. Really, really sad. Just remember, the sequoia trees cannot grow. They cannot reproduce without burning down. They are such strong, big trees that they're okay, but there has to be a fire to burn away the outer part of a seed, of the sequoia tree seed. It has to burn away the coating around the seed. Okay. The forest floor has to burn away all the needles and the debris, all that has to burn away. And the canopy has to burn so that the direct sunlight can come in on the seedling. So the seeds will burn the outer part, they'll fall to the ground because there's no needles or leaves. It falls right into the soil. It makes contact with the soil, which is what it needs, direct contact. Then it gets full sun because the canopy has burned open. So fire brings life in some cases, and it's important. It's not bad in and of itself. That's the natural wildfires, right? Fire is fire. Yes, go get some rest, Lindsay. I'm out of here too. Love you guys. Oh, you thought you saw purple. Ooh, nice. It's been a long time since I've had anyone talk to me about auras. That's kind of, I like that. I'll be live hopefully tomorrow night. I'm driving the most tomorrow. And it just depends if there's a lot of like, God, last time I drove back, there were so many flipped over semis and it's just so stressful, you know? And today it was very windy and it was just like the car was being thrown around. So you have to really pay attention. It was great seeing you guys. I love seeing you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll check in with you guys at some point, somehow tomorrow night. And then definitely Monday when I get up, I'm drinking coffee and I'm making videos. And we're back in action. There's 111 people in here. Make a wish. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay calm, stay grounded. Know that your spirit team, your spirit family is always with you. Just talk to them. They hear you. They're with you. You're never alone. Tell them everything you're going through right now. Talk to them because let them and say, show me that you're with me. Show me that you're here and make it very obvious because I'm kind of dense and they will come to you. You still get up then. What? I don't know what you mean by that. Goodbye, you guys. Now's a good time for letting things go. That's right, Cat Mojo. That's right. It's a good time to strengthen your connection to your spiritual family. 4 a.m. You know what? I haven't been going to bed like at night a lot. My sleep is so messed up right now. It's like I'm laying there and I'm tired and I'm not sleeping. I slept this morning for a few hours. It's horrible. We'll talk about that next time. But I love you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye-bye. I have to get my finger on the thing so it's a smooth goodbye.